Hello, Sunday the 11th of September 2016. Good morning. It was probably afternoon by the time you're watching this morning. I'm recording a little late today. As you can see, it's 11:30 in the morning because I get up early on a Sunday to go to church. I do, dear. 7:40 I get up. I leave the house at 8:20 after my porridge. Oh, yes. Oh, that's what I meant to tell you. I've stopped doing porridge in the slow cooker. Because, quite frankly, it's a blooming pain to get the dried porridge out of the bottom after you've done it. I mean, it tastes delicious. You know, you put this stuff in the cooker just before you go to bed, put it on low. In the morning, it tastes delicious, but you get dried in the bottom and it's crusted and it's difficult to get out. So I've stopped doing that. So I've come to a halfway point, boys and girls. Now, before I was doing it like that, I was doing it in the microwave. 4 minutes at maximum power, maximum radiation, boys and girls. When I am doing my porridge, there is a red glow around this house as the maximum power of my 900-watt microwave whirs into action. Anything that's around the cat's died 5 times because she sat too close to it. Yes. So maximum power for 4 minutes I used to do, and then I used to eat it. But I found it a little bit lumpy. So now I do it at maximum power for 3 minutes, and then I do it at 270 watts for 10 minutes, stirring it halfway. Okay, stir, forward, back. And that is almost as nice, but not quite, almost as nice as the slow cooker, but without the dried old crustiness on the bottom and the problem of cleaning it out. So that's how I'm doing my porridge now. So I have that and a cup of tea, then I leave my house and I cycle through fields, literally through fields, to Wokingham, which is quite near Bracknell, to the church here, Corpus Christi, and we have mass there at 9 o'clock. It was very nice this morning, and we were sitting there. It was about 5 to 9. I generally get there about 10 to 9. We were sitting about 5 to 9. I was talking to my friend next to me, who has started talking to me, Vivian, very nice lady. And suddenly all these boys appeared in little shirts and great. They didn't all have the same jacket on, which led me to believe I didn't think they were from a school. But it turned out they were from 2 schools, and it's the first term. And they were like, they wanted to sit in the front row, but no one had reserved this. So there were already people there. So I suppose there was about, I would say about 30 or 40 of them trying to squeeze onto this front row. And then they had to come back to the second row. I'm in the second row. So some of them came in there. And I think it must have been the head boy. He's going like this. I beg your pardon, dear. Would you move along, please? Is the correct thing to say. He's going like this. Like that. Well, Vivian wasn't having any of that, dear. No, she stood firm. So they had to go round the other way. And so they were, in fact, from a couple of schools, local Catholic primary schools that are around near us. And they sung the hymns and all that business. So that was quite nice. And then the end hymn today was something I've never ever heard sung at a church. Glory, glory, hallelujah. You'll know that one from more of a black gospel choir type thing, which is fantastic. Oh, it went down very well, dear. I should have bought my tambourine. Glory, glory, hallelujah, his truth is much. It was that one. Never heard that one done at a church before, but it worked very well. So that was this morning. Then I came back here, had a cup of tea, and I know I shouldn't have it. I had a bread roll this morning with marmalade, but that's only to take my pills down, because I had pills at 10 o'clock, you see, although I was a bit late today, 10 to 11, dear. 10 to 11. Yeah, I must take my pills. But one of my friends takes the same pills as me, and he forgot the other day. And the very next day, he was walking along, and his head fell off. So if you take pills, you must take them on time, or something terrible will happen. His head fell off. Terrible. Never seen him since. Awful. Just putting on my air conditioning. Thank you very much. It's quite warm today. It's going to be a lovely day today. Oh, yes. And Tuesday, apparently, it's going to be 90... I think it's Tuesday, it's going to be 90 degrees Fahrenheit. What do you mean you don't know what that is? What, are you not watching in England then, dear? I'm sorry, I do the temperatures in British, not bloody, foreign European stuff, dear. It's in 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Yes, Fahrenheit. Centi what? We don't do it in foreign, not on this programme. We're converting backwards. We are in Fahrenheit. It's going to be about 90 degrees on Tuesday, so be ready for that. Fortunately, I have my lovely air conditioning and my new bed, which will be very, very nice in the afternoon when I have my couple of hours sleep. When I finish doing this today, I'm going to do some grass cutting out the front and just round the back of my house. Round the back, all brambles and things grow, and little like mini trees and things like that, and you've got to cut them down because otherwise they will grow. They will just keep growing and growing. So a couple of weeks ago, I went around with the hedge trimmer, which I love that. You know, that is like something from a horror film. Oh yes, it's a battery one. And funnily enough, I bought a new battery for that recently on Amazon. I think it was about 20 quid. The proper battery was something like 60 quid. I thought, well, for 20 quid, I tried one on Amazon and it's fine. No problem at all with that. So I'm very pleased with that purchase. So I've got the new battery on there and I cut it all down. Oh, I love it, dear. I love it. I might go into a shopping centre later on with that, or into Sainsbury's supermarket with my electric hedge trimmer and just start going, come on, and frighten everyone. What do you reckon? Will that work? I bet the security bloke won't even see. He's all peering at that television. They have a security bloke in Sainsbury's looking at a television screen on the front door, waiting for that alarm to go off. Beep, 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 beep. As someone tries to seal half a pound of butter. Thieving bastards! Get them in prison now! Yes. Anyway, so that was a couple of weeks ago. I cut down, and today I'm going to go around, open the gate at the back and go around with the lawnmower and take it right down to the ground. And then that'll be done probably for this year, actually. So I'm doing the grass cutting. Katie the cat. A few people asking about Katie the cat. She's doing very well. She's eating a lot now, I'm very pleased to say. And she's pooing, but not always in the litter tray. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. She did the other day. Oh, my God. And she must have done it just before I got in from work because I opened the front door. Well, it took my blooming breath away. Oh, the stench that was coming out of that cat. It's worse than the stench that used to come off my nephew's feet when I used to start at my sister's house. When my nephew, before he was married, about 15, 16, 17, and you'd open the door of his room and the stink of feet was terrible. Oh, it was. Has anyone got children like that with smelly feet? I don't think it happens to the girls. That was Gary. Bless him, he's married now with his own children. Tracey, on the other hand, my niece Tracey, who is also married, I'm going on holiday. It's only 2 weeks away, my holiday. My next caravan holiday to Yorkshire. Da, 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 da. Looking forward to that. Thank you very much. Yes, now her bedroom, on the other hand, when she was about 16, 17, 18, you'd open the door, go into the room, and on the bed, she had a double bed. It was absolutely covered, not drawn on, covered in, I don't know what, makeup items. You know, lipstick, gloss, powders, moisturisers. The entire bed was covered in this. And I said to her, well, how do you sleep? She sort of diagonally in the middle of it all. She used it as You've never seen such a messy bedroom in your life. Well, and I have to say, no, that's true. That is the messiest bedroom I've ever seen. Even my other nephew, Jimmy, when we went to Florida, in the morning I would wake him and knock on his door because we had like a two-bedroomed, what do you call them? Not apartment, studio. Don't know. It was like there was a hall. You come in the hallway. His bedroom was on the right. Then there was a living room, cum kitchen, and then my bedroom was at the other end. So what's that called? Is that a studio or an apartment? I think of an apartment. Yeah, we had an apartment there. And in the morning, I'd wake him up, I'd knock on the door with a cup of tea, and you'd open the door. Well, I mean, it was like a bomb at it. He had two single beds in his room, and one bed was a table. You've never seen so much mess in all your life. The only room I'd seen messier than my nephew Jimmy's was my niece's Tracey. She had the messiest room by far when she was a teenager. But fortunately, she didn't have the smelly feet that Gary had. I, of course, in my teenage years was perfect. Of course, yeah. No, I hated it. Oh, I would never, ever want to be a teenager. And I had the acne, you know, the spots. You know, the ones with the really big ones, and it would hit the mirror. Oh, dreadful. Did you have spots? I bet you had spots as well, didn't you? Dreadful, dreadful, dreadful. And tomorrow I've got to take my car in tomorrow because the engine management warning light has come on. So and I looked it up and it means, right, get this right. It means there's something wrong with the engine, right? So the light comes up, but you don't actually know what it is. What's the point of that? Now, if there are any car people watching, I can tell you what the car's doing. I can drive it, but it appears to have lost its pokiness. Do you know what I mean? So yes, it's accelerating, but when I put my foot down, no more acceleration. So I don't know what that means. It picks up speed, but as I put my foot down, it doesn't go faster. It just carries on picking up speed slowly. So something's gone wrong there. So I've got to take that car in tomorrow. And also doctor tomorrow. So doctor tomorrow, number one, about the trouble I have going. Although I went yesterday, I haven't been today yet, so I think it's happened again. And also, do you remember I told you, when I'm laying in bed, it's sometimes turning on the right. It feels like you're laying on something. Now, the last time I went to the doctor, he told me it was probably a muscle. Excuse me a moment. Sorry, I should have cut my mic out at that point. Yeah, he told me it was a muscle. But, and it was occasional, wasn't there all the time. Well, it's there all the time now. So when I turn over on my right, whether I'm on my front or my side or my back, it feels like I'm actually laying on something. Not while I'm sitting here talking to you, right? Not now. While I'm sitting up straight, and not while I'm standing up. Just while I'm laying down. So I don't know what that is. Hopefully the doctor will be able to advise me tomorrow. Maybe an X-ray or something like that. I haven't had one of those for a while. You know, I like to try and get my money's worth. I want a bit of an X-ray or something like that. So that's been my day, and that is my day tomorrow. Now, been trying to read this out for ages. Oh, can we just do a couple of messages from yesterday's show? Oh, where is it now? Yesterday's show, boys and girls. One moment, please. Where's that gone now? There it is. One moment. Here we go. My sister said she could have made the Thames television T-shirt. Of course, I completely forgot my sister makes those. She makes T-shirts, you know, so you send her a picture and she prints it on the T-shirt and you send it off to her. I think they're about £12 she charges. I don't know how much that T-shirt costs because my friend Ray Reynolds purchased me the Thames television T-shirt, didn't you? Thank you, Ray. Mary Warren, who bought me the Union Jack suit, is very pleased that it actually fits. Yes, it does, Mary. Thank you very much. Alan Russell enjoyed the show this morning. Good morning, Alan. Glad you're enjoying our little chatettes. Darren Lee Wick says, I should have gone down to the last night of the proms last night in my new Union Jack suit. I think you're right. I've got that on recording, actually. Last night of the proms. I should watch that later. And got to say hello to Jean Evans, who I haven't seen for a while. Hello, Jean. Hope you're well, my darling. Terry H. actually says, I reckon you'll end up getting the iPhone 7. Terry H., I reckon I won't, because I'm not paying all that money for a phone. I'll go one or two down. Either the iPhone SE, or you're telling me that the iPhone 6 is better than the SE, weren't you? So, I don't know. Now, Terry, have you got a Galaxy phone? Have you got a Galaxy Note? I can't remember what you've got now, because there's this story that I've picked up today from the BBC technology page. Samsung has urged owners of its Galaxy Note 7 to stop using it or exchange the device as they risk exploding. They're going bang, dear. They're going bang. Samsung recalled 2.5 million phones. Million? 2.5 million phones last week after reports emerged of the device exploding during or after charging. Airline passengers were warned by American authorities not to switch on or charge the phones while on board. Well, that's a bit worrying, isn't it? I wonder what makes them catch fire. That's what... oh, it said... hang on, it says here. Battery problems were behind the phones catching fire, but it was difficult to work out which ones were affected. I wonder what causes... oh, hang on. Yeah, there's a... this will be interesting. What makes batteries explode? If a lithium-ion battery, and I think most mobile phones have got those, charges too quickly or a tiny malfunctioning error slips through the net, it can result in a short circuit which can lead to fire. You know, which is very worrying because we're all carrying these things around. We're all carrying around small bombs, dear. Very, very worrying indeed. So if you've got a Galaxy Note, Terry, time to take it back, old boy. Okay? Yes, take it back, my love. Best to do that. Now, I'm a bit lost now, aren't I? There we are. That's it. Look at this. A story sent to me by the great Johnny Key, who's now head of news stories. Hi, Johnny. Who sends this in. EasyJet passengers aghast as a crew fight spat delays. As a crew spat delays flights. I can't get the words right here. Delayed flights. A passenger who witnessed EasyJet staff being removed from a plane after an argument has said those on board were totally aghast. I like that word. Aghast. The flight from London to Belfast was delayed by 90 minutes while two of the staff involved were replaced. EasyJet apologized. I bet we're two boyfriends. Have you ever seen two gays fight? Oh, it's hilarious. You want to see me and my mate when we fight? Oh, dear. Let's have a look. It's all kicked off. The former tennis professional was sitting at the front of the plane. This is the bloke who's reporting. And overhead, a member of staff explaining the disagreement to the crew's manager. We were just taxiing towards the runway when one of the crew approached the front to complain about the other. It sounded like the disagreement was over the way one staff member was packaging or storing bottles of water. It was something really petty. Oh, well, it always is, isn't it? It always is. The manager told them to try and make it up and get on with their jobs, but a few minutes later, the queue member came back to the front and said it's all kicked off again. How fab. Why hasn't anyone videoed that? Oh, we could have all had a laugh at that. We do like to watch other people rowing, don't we? You know that. You know that. Very disappointing. Some birthdays this morning, boys and girls. Here come the birthdays. Happy birthday to DeeJay Alkans. Happy birthday, DeeJay Alkans. You're on my little friend's wall. Happy birthday, sir. Happy birthday to Merlin. 28, dear. I thought you was in your 30s, Merlin. Little Merlin Onair and Merlin Kothari. You've got two profiles. Why have you got two profiles? It's very, very confusing. I'm going to have to post this on both of them for maximum exposure. I like that word. Exposure. Do you like that word? Expose. Yes. Old, what's his name? Fraser on Dad's Army liked that word, doesn't he? Captain Mandarin has been exposed. Exposed. Yes. Fraser. Happy birthday, Merlin. 28 today. Top radio presenter personality. Yes, indeed. Happy birthday to, excuse me, Karen Hegenbarth, who is one of our lovely Barry Manilow girls. She is a Manilow girl. Happy birthday, Karen. Happy birthday today to Peter Jarvis. Lots of people hiding their birthdays again, I see. And finally, happy birthday to Steph Urquhart, who is celebrating her birthday tonight, actually, at my karaoke. Steph often comes along to the Sunday night karaoke, which is tonight. If you want to come, it'd be nice for you to see. But you will need to be Steph a little cake or a card or something. Boys and girls, okay? Steph's birthday tonight, and that's been held at the Golden Lion in Sydenham from 8 o'clock until 12 midnight, okay? So that would be a busy one tonight. Karaoke tonight at the Golden Lion in Sydenham starts at 8 o'clock and finishes at 12 midnight. So happy birthday, Steph Urquhart. Now, Urquhart, Steph, that's quite an unusual name. I have to tell you, we had a Mr. Urquhart at the school I used to go to. He was a head of house for Morehouse, which I was in the 70s. Now, I wonder, as it's such an unusual name, did any member of your family, I would guess, it would be like a granddad, I would imagine, or maybe even a great-granddad. Did any member of your family teach at the London Oratory School in the 70s? Because if he did, I knew him. And he caught me smoking once in the toilet. Because I used to do, I was a dinner monitor. Right. So I would be able to get out of class maybe about 10 minutes early to go and do teachers' dinners. Okay. Which you get paid for that. And before I went in, I would disappear into the toilet for a cigarette. And I always remember being in the toilet, and I was smoking away, and I heard the door go, right? And then I heard someone come into the toilet, and you had to walk past the basins, and then and they stopped. And you're kind of sitting there with a cigarette in the sit-down toilet, thinking, well, I can't come out now. I'll have to wait. And I knew it was a teacher, but he weren't going. He was going to wait for me to come out of that toilet. So, of course, eventually, we got the packet of Polos in the pocket as well. So I flushed the toilet while putting the cigarette down the toilet. Now, the reason I flushed the toilet before I put the cigarette down was because if I just dropped the cigarette into the he would have heard the tss as the lighted cigarette touched the water. I wasn't stupid, you see. Yes. So I dropped the cigarette and flushed the chain and shoved the Polo in my... Oh, hello, sir. And he saw it was me and he knew me just from doing the dinner. And he looked at me and he said, all right, boy, hurry up now. Come on, boy, it's dinner time. Out you go. So that was it. And I was lucky with that one, dear. Very, very lucky. I could have been caught. Well, I was caught, but he didn't do anything about it. So very lucky. So I wonder, was that Mr. Urquhart perhaps a member of your family? He used to wear glasses. I'd love to know, Steph. Please let me know, darling, okay? So happy birthday to you all today, gang. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. All right? Have a lovely day, everyone. And Steph, I'll see you at your little birthday party later on at the Golden Lion in Sydenham. But that is open to everyone, boys and girls, okay? If you want to come down any Sunday, we're there every Sunday at the Golden Lion in, I think it's Sydenham High Road, Sydenham. Starts at 8 o'clock every Sunday and finishes at 12 midnight. Apart from that, enjoy your Sunday. Thanks for watching and listening. Bye-bye now.